Good morning. So are science and technology running faster than society? That's a very good questions. And clearly it's about ethics, and clearly it's about digital transformation. And what we call digital transformation technologies at Thales, it's about IoT, Internet of Things, it's about cybersecurity, it's about big data, and of course, it's about AI. So this subject, this question of ethics is a major topic for Thales, as it's indicated here. We have launched the True AI concept recently during the show, and it's True stand for transparent, understandable, and ethical AI. So the ethical point is very important, and it's very important also in medias, and it's very important for the society. As you see, and for people, I've put here some recent article about ethical questions regarding this new technology. So it's, of course, about the use of this technology in the military field. We often have questions regarding this subject, but it's also about the use of AI, for instance, in a large CCTV system for facial recognition in some cities that can raise also ethical questions. And it's also about the fact that people outside companies and employees also are raising questions about what are we doing with AI, and what kind of product are we developing, and the ethical impact of this product. AI is raising, of course, a lot of questions, and positive and negative. And these technologies are raise very ambivalent feeling. So I have put some here some positive and negative impact of this new technology. For instance, some say that AI is creating new jobs, and such as data scientists, such as AI experts, algorithm experts, etc. So it's an opportunity for companies and the country. But of course, others say that AI is destroying a lot of jobs. And for instance, truck drivers, taxi drivers may be impacted sooner or later by AI. And not only this kind of job, of course, also, for instance, legal jobs also may be impacted by AI. AI is seen as a very good technology also for security. It can facilitate a decision in very complex environments. For instance, a pilot which is landing in a storm, maybe AI systems can help landing the plane. But also, the negative point often that we can hear is that there is a black box effect in AI, and which can be a danger, because we don't know exactly how the decision is taken, and whether or not there are bias or not. There are bias. So these points led many organizations and countries to define some criteria and recommendation for AI and new technologies. So here you can see, for instance, the European Union has created this high-level expert groups on artificial intelligence, and the draft ethical guidelines for artificial intelligence. Recently, last May, less than a month ago, OECD also created its principles on ethical on artificial intelligence, and there are a lot of principles and recommendations. So recently we had OECD, European Union, countries such as Canada, Japan also published a recommendation, etc., and France, and etc., etc. But we have gone through all these recommendations at Thales. But most of them are very good and very interesting. But what we felt is that most of them were very B2C oriented, business to consumer, and they were not addressing all the issue we had as a company, as a B2B company. And more important, most of them were not addressing the particularity of our business, which is a security business and defense business, a critical business with a very specific stake. So we have decided to write our own ethical charter on digital transformation. So this charter is currently being published and being validated, and it will be announced, published in the coming weeks. But it has been created around 3 points that we felt were very important when designing AI or digital transformation systems using these new technologies. It's about vigilance. So we particularly take care at the fact that there are no bias within our systems, or at least to be able to assess this bias or to identify the bias as much as possible. To be vigilant, it's also to be sure that to be able to assess the ethical impact of our systems before releasing them. So it means to be able to check whether or not there are possible ethical concerns and to address them. Trust is, of course, it has been already addressed, I think, during the conferences in the morning, but trust is about the capacity to be sure that data that are entering the systems are clean, and they have not been corrupted, that there are the good amount of data, that they are secured. It's also about the system. Trust is also about the capacity of the system, the system to be transparent and understandable. Understandable, it means, for instance, transparent, it means that you know how the decision is taken, and understandable, it means that you know why the decision has been taken. For instance, a pilot has a high AI system in his plane. If suddenly the AI system decides to climb up or to go down, the pilot must know why the system has taken this decision. And we don't want the system to say to the pilot that he has taken this decision because the parameters X has gone from 1 to 0, but to be able to explain the decision because, I don't know, there is a storm, because there is another plane, etc. And the last point, which is very important also for Thales regarding our business, is accountability. It means that someone has to be accountable for the use of the system in any case. So it means that at least someone must be able to take the control of the system at any time. It doesn't mean that is in the loop, but at least that is has the ability to take the control whenever, at every moment. So it's, of course, it's key, particularly in the defense and security system. So that's the point I wanted to address this morning with you. It was just to underline the fact that at Thales we take very seriously these questions of ethics regarding these new technologies, and that's a very important point for us, and particularly in our sector. Thank you very much.